Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Michelle Pfeiffer is an acclaimed American actress known for her versatility, striking beauty, and powerful screen presence. Born on April 29, 1958, in Santa Ana, California, she rose to fame in the 1980s and quickly established herself as one of Hollywood's most respected performers. Pfeiffer's breakthrough came with the 1983 film Scarface, where she played Elvira Hancock opposite Al Pacino. She continued to build her reputation with standout roles in The Witches of Eastwick, 1987, Dangerous Liaisons, 1988, and The Fabulous Baker Boys, 1989, for which she received an Academy Award nomination. Her portrayal of the sultry lounge singer Susie Diamond remains one of her most iconic roles. In the 1990s, Pfeiffer delivered more critically acclaimed performances, including in Batman Returns, 1992, as the unforgettable Catwoman, Love Field, 1992, and The Age of Innocence, 1993. Over her career, she has received multiple Academy Award and Golden Globe nominations, demonstrating her lasting appeal and acting range. After taking a step back from the spotlight in the 2000s to focus on her family, Pfeiffer made a well-received return in the 2010s and 2020s, appearing in films like Mother, 2017, Murder on the Orient Express, 2017, and playing Janet Van Dyne in the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Ant-Man series. In 2020, she earned strong reviews for her lead role in French Exit. Michelle Pfeiffer is also admired for her ability to choose diverse roles, avoiding typecasting throughout her career. Off-screen, she is known for her privacy and commitment to causes such as environmental protection and children's health. Early life and career beginnings. Michelle Pfeiffer grew up in a working-class family in Orange County, California. Initially, she didn't set out to become an actress, she studied to be a court stenographer. But after winning the Miss Orange County beauty pageant in 1978, she was encouraged to pursue acting. Her earliest roles were in television and minor film appearances, including Grease 2, 1982, which was critically panned but served as a stepping stone to greater opportunities. Breakthrough and stardom. Her breakout role as Elvira in Scarface, 1983, established her as a compelling screen presence. Despite early skepticism over her casting, Pfeiffer's poised, cool performance stood out, especially opposite a powerhouse like Al Pacino. She continued her rise with Dangerous Liaisons, 1988, playing the virtuous Madame de Tourvel. Pfeiffer showed dramatic depth and vulnerability. The Fabulous Baker Boys, 1989, her performance as a down-on-her-luck singer was both sultry and soulful. The scene of her singing "Makin' Whoopee" atop a piano became iconic. She received an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. Batman Returns, 1992, her portrayal of Selina Kyle, Catwoman, was widely praised for its complexity, sensuality, and tragic undertones. Many still consider it one of the best interpretations of Catwoman to date. 1990s to early 2000s, critical acclaim and selectivity throughout the 90s. Pfeiffer was considered one of Hollywood's most bankable and respected actresses. She was known for Love Field, 1992, playing a Dallas housewife obsessed with Jacqueline Kennedy. Pfeiffer received an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. The Age of Innocence, 1993, in Martin Scorsese's adaptation of the Edith Wharton novel. She played the scandal-shadowed Countess Olenska with subtle melancholy. Dangerous Minds, 1995, as a former Marine turned inner-city teacher, Pfeiffer headlined a surprise box office hit. As she entered the 2000s, Pfeiffer became more selective, focusing on her family and taking fewer roles. However, she lent her voice to Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, 2003, and appeared in I Am Sam, 2001, and White Oleander, 2002, the latter earning her some of the best reviews of her career. Comeback and later work after a brief hiatus. Pfeiffer returned to the screen with memorable roles in Hairspray, 2007. As the villainous Velma von Tussle, she embraced a campy, comedic role. Mother, 2017, a mysterious and unsettling character in Darren Aronofsky's psychological horror film. Murder on the Orient Express, 2017, as part of an all-star cast. She played a key emotional role in the Agatha Christie adaptation, Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania, 2023, her role as Janet Van Dyne in the Marvel Cinematic Universe introduced her to a new generation of fans. French Exit, 2020, Pfeiffer starred as a once wealthy socialite facing ruin, earning critical acclaim and a Golden Globe nomination. Style, influence, and legacy. Michelle Pfeiffer is often praised not only for her beauty but for refusing to let it define her career. She has consistently taken risks, chosen complex and flawed characters, and worked across genres, from noir thrillers to fantasy, from romantic dramas to superhero blockbusters. She's also known for staying grounded in an industry that often magnifies fame. Despite decades of celebrity, she has remained notoriously private, married since 1993 to TV producer David E. Kelly, Ally McBeal, Big Little Lies, with whom she has 2 children. Legacy. Michelle Pfeiffer stands as one of the great actresses of her generation, not just for her accolades or iconic roles, but for the subtle, intelligent emotional work she brings to the screen. She has a timeless quality, effortlessly moving between vulnerability, sensuality, strength, and restraint. Many contemporary actors cite her as an inspiration, and critics frequently mention her as one of the finest actresses never to have won an Oscar, yet. Early life and beginnings. Michelle Marie Pfeiffer was born on April 29, 1958, in Santa Ana, California, and raised in nearby Midway City. She originally pursued a career in court reporting but turned to acting after participating in local beauty pageants. Her early television appearances in the late 1970s led to her first film roles in the early 1980s. Her breakout came with Grease 2, 1982, which, despite being critically panned, showcased her screen charisma and caught the attention of directors and casting agents. Rise to stardom. Pfeiffer's major breakthrough came with Scarface, 1983, where her portrayal of a cool, distant trophy wife added a memorable layer to the gritty crime drama. From there, she quickly gained a reputation for choosing bold, challenging roles. Her performance in The Witches of Eastwick, 1987, added to her star power, and by the end of the 1980s, she was one of the most sought-after actresses in Hollywood. 1990s golden era. The 1990s saw Pfeiffer at the peak of her powers. She played complex, intelligent, and emotionally rich characters in films like Frankie and Johnny, 1991, opposite Al Pacino. Batman Returns, 1992, where her Catwoman performance became iconic. The Age of Innocence, 1993, directed by Martin Scorsese. Dangerous Minds, 1995, where she played a teacher working with troubled inner-city students. This film was a commercial success and widely associated with the hit song Gangsta's Paradise. Her combination of elegance and emotional authenticity made her unique among her peers. She was regularly included in lists of the most beautiful and talented women in the world. Step back and return. In the early 2000s, Pfeiffer intentionally scaled back her acting to focus on her family with her husband, TV writer and producer David E. Kelly, creator of Ally McBeal, The Practice, and Big Little Lies. The couple married in 1993 and have 2 children. She returned in the 2010s with renewed vigor, starring in high-profile projects like Dark Shadows, 2012, The Family, 2013, Mother, 2017, by Darren Aronofsky, where her mysterious and unnerving role marked a bold comeback, Murder on the Orient Express, 2017, the Marvel films Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, 2023. Recent work and legacy. In 2022, she starred as Betty Ford in Showtime's The First Lady, earning praise for her layered portrayal of the former First Lady. Pfeiffer's career is notable not just for its longevity, but for her ability to balance glamour with gravitas, beauty with vulnerability. She is also known for being intensely private, avoiding much of the Hollywood spotlight and keeping a low profile despite her fame. Fun fact: she is notoriously selective about roles, often turning down major films. She was considered for leading roles in Basic Instinct, Pretty Woman, and The Silence of the Lambs, among others. Michelle Pfeiffer remains a symbol of timeless talent and integrity in the entertainment world. Artistry and acting style. Michelle Pfeiffer is known for her nuanced, emotionally rich performances that blend strength with vulnerability. She's often praised for conveying a great deal without heavy dialogue, using subtle expressions, body language, and her piercing eyes to communicate inner turmoil or restrained passion. Critics have often remarked on her old Hollywood aura. Though classically beautiful, she resisted being typecast and frequently chose complex or morally ambiguous roles. She's played everything from witches and queens to recovering addicts and emotionally damaged lovers. Her versatility is a hallmark. In The Fabulous Baker Boys, 1989, she famously sang "Makin' Whoopee" sprawled across a piano in a sultry red dress. Yet the role also showcased deep emotional cracks in a lonely woman's life. In White Oleander, 2002, she played a manipulative, poetic mother from prison, mastering a character both magnetic and chilling. Influence and cultural impact. Pfeiffer inspired a generation of actresses who saw in her a rare combination of mainstream success and artistic credibility. Actresses like Charlize Theron and Margot Robbie have cited her as a role model. Even directors have written roles with Pfeiffer in mind, hoping to tap into her balance of glamour and emotional truth. Her portrayal of Catwoman in Batman Returns, 1992, became one of the most enduring in comic book film history. The performance was a mix of camp, danger, and psychological depth that influenced every Catwoman depiction that followed, on screen and in comics alike. She has also remained a fashion icon. Known for her minimalist beauty and refusal to conform to Hollywood's pressure to maintain a plasticized appearance, she has aged on her own terms, and many see her as a symbol of natural aging and quiet dignity. Personal life and principles. Michelle Pfeiffer is famously reclusive for a major star. She doesn't frequent talk shows or red carpets unless promoting a project, and she keeps her family life entirely private. Married since 1993 to David E. Kelly, she adopted her daughter Claudia Rose just before meeting Kelly, and they had a son, John Henry, the following year. She's a strong advocate for environmental causes and animal rights, and she transitioned to a plant-based diet years ago. She's also spoken about feminism and the struggles women face in Hollywood, particularly around aging and typecasting. In interviews, Pfeiffer is known for her honesty and modesty. She often talks about her early insecurities, struggles with fame, and the challenges of motherhood. Yet she always emphasizes gratitude and a sense of balance. Lesser-known facts: she was inducted into the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2007. Pfeiffer was in a cult briefly in her early years in LA, a strict Breatharian group. She left it after realizing the manipulation involved. She's turned down dozens of iconic roles, including Clarice Starling in The Silence of the Lambs and the lead in Pretty Woman, largely because of moral concerns or personal instincts about the scripts. She's musically gifted, though she's not known for it publicly. She sang in several films and was even considered for musical roles like Evita, which Madonna eventually took. Legacy: Michelle Pfeiffer's career is a testament to artistic integrity. She never chased fame, avoided overexposure, and chose roles for their emotional weight rather than commercial appeal. Her body of work spans over 4 decades, and she continues to surprise and impress both critics and fans with every new performance. Even now, as she enters the later phase of her career, there's strong demand for more of her. Directors and audiences alike view her not just as a legend, but as someone who still has more to say, and the talent to say it better than most. Signature filmography highlights. Here's a curated list of some of Michelle Pfeiffer's most acclaimed and influential performances. 1. Scarface, 1983, Elvira Hancock. Cold, glamorous, and ultimately tragic, Pfeiffer's performance helped redefine the mob mall trope. Her presence elevated the film beyond its violence and gave Tony Montana's world a haunting elegance. 2. Dangerous Liaisons, 1988, Madame de Tourvel. She played a devout woman caught in the webs of seduction and manipulation. Her quiet collapse over the course of the film earned her her first Oscar nomination. 3. The Fabulous Baker Boys, 1989, Susie Diamond. This remains one of her most career-defining roles. Pfeiffer trained with a vocal coach for months and did all her own singing. The piano scene became iconic, but it's the heartbreak underneath the glamour that critics still rave about. 4. Batman Returns, 1992, Catwoman. Selena Kyle. Wild, dark, sensual, and emotionally layered, Pfeiffer's take on Catwoman is still considered the gold standard. Her whip-cracking skills were real. 2. She trained extensively for the role. 5. Lovefield, 1992, Lorene Hallett. In this civil rights-era drama, she played a Southern housewife who goes on a journey of social awakening. It earned her an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. 6. The Age of Innocence, 1993, Ellen Olenska. Directed by Martin Scorsese, this period drama showcased Pfeiffer's depth and restraint. As a woman bound by society but longing for love, she was luminous and heartbreaking. 7. White Oleander, 2002, Ingrid Magnusson. An underrated gem. Pfeiffer plays a narcissistic mother with poetic charm and terrifying manipulation. Her performance was magnetic, possibly Oscar-worthy, but under-recognized. 8. Mother, 2017. The woman. Her chilling, seductive presence in Darren Aronofsky's allegorical Nightmare marked a fierce comeback. Many critics felt she stole the first half of the film. 9. The First Lady, 2022, Betty Ford. In a layered, compassionate performance, Pfeiffer brought humanity and pain to the often misunderstood First Lady. Though the series had mixed reviews, her portrayal stood out. Trophy awards and honors Academy Award nominations. 3. Dangerous Liaisons, Best Supporting Actress. The Fabulous Baker Boys, Best Actress. Lovefield, Best Actress. Golden Globe win. The Fabulous Baker Boys. Multiple BAFTA and Screen Actors Guild nominations. Hollywood Walk of Fame, star awarded in 2007. Named multiple times to People magazine's Most Beautiful People list and consistently ranked among the greatest actresses by outlets like Empire and the New York Times. Brain. What sets her apart? Intuition over image. Pfeiffer famously doesn't chase roles based on what's popular. She relies on instinct, sometimes turning down career-making parts simply because something didn't feel right. Quiet power. She doesn't dominate scenes with loudness but with stillness, timing, and emotional honesty. This subtlety is rare and gives her performances lasting resonance. Atypical choices. She has
Bye bye. Thanks for watching.